Good morning, guys. My name is Jason. I'm the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. If you want to book time with me, there is a link below, or you can go to my website, jasontees.com. I have an update. Major change as of today, Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. The Hardship Accommodation Program is no longer accepting applications. I put out a short yesterday, not realizing it was not going to go into my regular feed, or at least I don't think it did based on the number of views I saw. But by the time I put it up, I guess word was out because the SBA posted on their website that they were also discontinuing the hardship accommodation program. So details at this point are very, very light. So most of what I'm going to talk about is just basically speculation here. Obviously, someone somewhere decided hardship accommodation is no longer appropriate, which is obviously disappointing to a lot of people, especially those who planned on, riding it out through the end. For those who don't know, the hardship accommodation program essentially allowed up to 2 years of reduced payments. So it was 6 months at 10%, another 6 months at 10%, another 6 months at 50%, another 6 months at 75%, and then another 6 months at 75%. So I guess they've unilaterally decided that's not happening. So my assumption at this point is whatever hardship you're currently on, once that expires, you're not going to have the opportunity to apply again, unless something changes, because they're saying there's no longer any availability as far as that goes. So I guess the first question is, why could they possibly have done this? And I'm guessing the new administration came in, looked at what's happening, and basically said, we're kicking the can down the road here. And to a large degree, I tend to agree. I would say the majority of people that I talk to who are on the hardship don't see the hardship accommodation program as a tool that's going to help them get through to the other side. If anything, it was just delaying the inevitable. And so for years now, I've said to people, well, if you think there's a chance that your business will survive, sure, take the hardship accommodation with the reduced payment, and hopefully on the other side of that, your business will be able to make the payments. But again, the majority of people, they're not seeing their businesses improve in any significant way. That is to say, if you couldn't afford your payment last week, 6 months from now, really nothing's going to change. And so clearly the SBA is probably seeing data that suggests the hardship accommodation is not accomplishing anything other than just delaying these defaults. So I'm guessing that's why they just unilaterally decided no more hardship accommodation, because I think they want to see what they've got as far as a portfolio. So either you can pay it or you can't, no more in between. So then the question is, well, what now? What happens if I can't pay? And that is the question. And so I guess it can go either one of two ways, right? Either the SBA will start seriously considering offering compromise, because until now, all that I've seen is if people specifically ask for offering compromise, the SBA is required to send them the forms, but they're all being declined. So, option A, or possibility A, is that they'll actually start considering the offering compromise, and we'll start seeing more settlements in certain situations where it makes sense for the SBA to do so. What will the parameters of that be? We have no idea, because all different loan types that I've seen tend to really, even though they're all under the same umbrella of offering compromise, I've seen very different things between 7A loans, 504 loans, and other types of disaster loans. It's been very different how they've handled them. So unfortunately, I can't speculate, because there is no one way that OICs get done. It really depends on the loan type, and clearly the new administration is probably going to put their own fingerprint on it. So, but that's a possibility. One, that they're saying, you know what, instead of the hardship, let's just try to settle the ones where it makes sense to settle. The other alternative, the more grim alternative, is that they're saying, well, if they don't pay, we need to be more aggressive about this. And that's my concern, that, either A, they just refer them to the Treasury like they did, a couple of years ago, Or B, they get very aggressive in certain situations in terms of, putting attorneys on it either internally at the SBA or retaining outside firms. If they did that, I would imagine it's going to be the larger dollar ones, especially if there's real estate, like commercial real estate that was pledged, and that was for loans $500,000 and up. And so, if I were them, I would certainly go after the low-hanging fruit. Now, where that line will be under which there won't be litigation, who knows? Because again, I'm just speculating that they're setting this up to be more aggressive than they have been, given that they're no longer willing to just kick the can down the road as far as these hardship accommodations. So as soon as I have additional information, I will share with you guys. My view is I'm thinking that the hardship accommodation stopping is step one to some additional measures here. We just don't know, again, what it is. Is it going to be offering compromise, or is it going to be more aggressive collection? Or the third option is none of the above, and they're just, they want the defaults to, if they're going to happen, they want the defaults to happen rather than just, delaying the inevitable, as I apologize for keep saying. So that's it. That's all that I know as of today. As soon as I have more information, I will absolutely be back. Yesterday I put up the video, and by the time it was up, the information was out. But as soon as I get the information, I will do my best to get it out to you guys and let you know what you can expect. And if you hear anything, feel free to reach out to me through my website. And always happy to hear from people, their experiences, especially if it's something new and unique that we haven't seen before. So thanks for checking in, and I'll update you as soon as I have more info.